Obwo bwana tubadde tubwagala nnyo. Bwana buwala 11 bubadde bubuukabuuka mu compound wano. Obusanga buyimba, osanga buzanya, kino kye kisaawe kyabwo, osanga budduka wano na wali, nga bulinga very beautiful antelopes oba Uganda cobs in some park somewhere. Kibi nnyo. Eyakikoze yenna nze sijja kubeera nga father oba abapasita, ffe tujja kumukolimira, alifa wuunuuna, era abaana be n'abazzukulu ekikolimo ky'abaana bano bafudde kiri bagoberera paka olunaku lwabwe olusembayo. Nkolimye. Mujja kunsonyiwa batakiririza mu ekyo, nange ye ndowooza yange. Yes. Kubanga kibi nnyo okuta omwana wa munno atalina musango, ali musomero asoma, kali mu buliri keebase, osula okukunadde ku dormitory yaabwe, obakola ekibi kye wabakola. Lwaki soogera ebigambo ng'ebyo? Njagenda muzikiriza yange gyendi nsabe ekisonyiwo okwogera ebyo naye nga mbyogedde. Sasire bazade baffe era Katonda bagumye mitima. Sasire bazade baffe era Katonda bagumye mitima. Sasire bagumye mitima. Sasire nnyo abazade baffe era Katonda bagumye mitima. Sasire abazade baffe era mwelaba mulemire. Tongero kwanisa ba Ed Teachers Association. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Nze Haji Kabogoza omusomi w'edduwa ntereza ensonga z'amaka ebyenfuna n'endwadde ezitategeerekeka. Haji Kabogoza omusomi w'edduwa nsiŋŋaanibwa Ekitigoma ku lw'Ejjinja. Bw'obanga otuuse Ekitigoma mu ttawuni ku stage osobola okuba ku nnamba z'essimu ezo z'olaba zitambula. Gwe wenna ali ewala oyinza okuyita ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa WhatsApp ku layini eyo eya MTN obudde bwonna mbeerako. Bazadde b'abaana abo ffe ng'essomero mutusonyiwe byonna ebyabaddewo. Mutusonyiire ddala byonna ebyabaddewo, tekyali kigenderere. Ladies and gentlemen, some of those children came here when they were still very young. We have brought them up to the day they were burnt down. They have been very, very good children, very, very good girls. I think one of them was already in P5. That's the highest class we have, Namuga Gladys. And I think that's the girl you have been seeing circulating on various platforms and others.
It's now my honor to offer these items, to deliver and to give these items to the children who have survived the fire outbreak, the 16 children. They are here, and I start with... Okay, we have number 1 is Namuwonge Josephine, and the parent is Nakawes Resti. Banagabala mudeko mabega Honorable Minister Nabakura District Mabere no Mutomu at a time. What is the name of the Namuwonge Josephine, ye number 1, Mama ye Nakawes Resti, Jaja Omana, Yabajaja Yabade no Mana. Olivia, come warm chair. 5 million for each of the person. Nakawesi, Resti, Ejaja Omana. Nakawesi, Resti,
tumanyi mama w'omwana wali naye jjajja w'omwana yabadde jjajja ajenendaga muntu yaliwa gwe tuwa nakaweesi resti yaliwa aliwa buli anona sente ajenendaga muntu twagala nakaweesi resti jjajja tumanyi nti maama w'omwana wali naye jjajja w'omwana yabadde jjajja ajenendaga muntu ansabe muddeeyo mutuule bwe basoma yagenda okujja mwena muddeeyo mutuule bwe basoma yabajja So the next one is Narumansi PC Narumansi Peace. Okay. Mama, you tell them. One by one. The pen, not the pen. Kati akapapula ke babawa mukatereke bulungi ke mugenda okukozesa buli kimu kyo.
Omukyalawo kati yaliwo
kale guma jjajja guma mukwano gwange guma mukyala
akapapula okatereke
Taka kugula ko bana.
kunasula temugamba ati minisita teyatuwa ssente twetuli mugende mpola
Agnes Nantone.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Nze Haji Kabogoza omusomi w'edduwa ntereeza ensonga z'amaka ebyenfuna n'endwadde ezitategeerekeka. Haji Kabogoza omusomi w'edduwa nsiŋŋaanibwa Ekitigoma ku lw'Ejjinja. Bw'obanga otuuse Ekitigoma mu ttawuni ku siteegi osobola okuba ku nnamba z'essimu ezo z'olaba zitambula. Gwe wenna ali ewala oyinza okuyita ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa WhatsApp ku layini eyo eya MTN obudde bwonna mbeerako.
Some of them have died without even knowing who the father is. Imagine how painful it is. These among these bodies here. These are our children. This is what God has given us. Can we take care of what God has given us? And as we take care of them, this is when God will bless us the more. We have seen very many people with disabilities, whether blind, whether deaf blind, whether whatever disability they are. Once supported, once given what it requires, they become very important people. We have seen Mr. Chinubi here. He is telling you the much he has done and what he's still doing. If he didn't go to school, if his parents didn't support him, would he be here standing before us and speaking?
At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say Salama has done a lot of work. We started in 1999. We have taught over 1,000 blind and low vision children. They have reached at different levels of education, secondary, universities, and so on. Of course, others have also dropped out, either because of grades or lack of fees to continue. But at least we have done some good work. I want to call upon, ladies and gentlemen, give me just some few minutes. I want to call upon all the old boys and old girls who are here to stand up for recognition. But old boys and old girls abaita Musalama, in the 23 years it has existed, if you are here. If I had time, they would even move here, and they tell you, I'm called so and so, I'm now here and there.
Thank you so much. The family of our beloved angels, the main celebrant, the co-celebrant, all of you mourners in your respective capacities, in the interest of time and to be sensitive, allow me really not to address you personally, given the fact that we need to allow the family to go with their bodies early, given the fact that the road networks are not quite good, and also the weather is not friendly, and also this is not the time for us to congregate together for a long time, because we have various diseases. We have Ebola, as you know, outbreak. COVID is still around, so it is advisable that we do not take quite long at such a moment that all of us are mourning our own dear angels. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to convey a very warm condolence, heartbreaking condolence from Mama, the Minister of Education and Sports, Mama Janet. I'm here standing representing Mama, who is the Minister of Education and Sports. My name is Dr. Joyce Morikukaduchu. I'm the Minister of State in charge of primary education. It's a little bit honor, though emotional, to be here with you fellow mourners on the occasion when we are officially handing over the bodies of our angels to be buried in a decent manner. I was here with the permanent secretary on Tuesday. As soon as we received a message of the dismay of our children, we rushed here immediately with the permanent secretary. And I want to thank the district leadership. Madam RDC, we have no words to thank you. The LC5 chairperson, I really want to thank you and all the district leadership. The security personnel were there, and all of you people of Mukono, you gave a hands at the time that we needed it most. We had a meeting and we put in place measures. I personally chaired the meeting. One of the issues that I declared on that day is we are not closing this school. We left the school to operate normally. 2, we had agreed to put in place security 24/7 to ensure the safety of our children, the security of the environment. Number 3, we agreed to put in place spiritual measure. We have accepted that our spiritual fathers from different denominations could come and pray with us, to pray with the learners, pray with the teachers and the parents. Number 4, we agreed that we put in place counseling measures because of the psychosocial trauma, because of the mental tortures, and all that what people have gone through. And then, of course, we put in place also measures to ensure immediately we do a DNA test for our learners to identify with the relatives. And lastly, my ministry is to give the support to ensure we bury our learners in a decent manner, and support to those who are injured, support to those who survive. And lastly, we agree, we put in place emergency fund to restore normality, to restore all the academic environment at the school. And today I am right here, as I've been on Tuesday, to tell you mourners, all what we put in place last Tuesday has really come to completion. I stand on behalf of Mama today to inform you we are handing over the body of our children who have been ably identified by DNA with their immediate relatives. We have 11. We've got Namuoge Josephine, who is 6-year-old in P1. We have Nalumisa Peace, 11 years in P3. We've got Nakanyima Letitia, 7 years, is in primary 1. We have Namtume Agnes, she was 7 years and she was in P1. We have Namulondo Rebecca, she was 9 years in primary 1. We've got Mudondo Patricia, she was 14 years in primary 2. We have Kalamu Samila, she's 6 years in primary 1. We have Nandudu Keti, 12 years in P1. We have Nasali Veronica Sarah, she's 7 years in primary 1. And we have Piroth Pretty, 14 years in primary 4. Lastly, Namuga Gladys, she's 10 years, she was in primary 5. On behalf of the ministry and behalf of government of Uganda, fellow mourners, I stand to confirm that all these 11 bodies have been identified using DNA test with their relatives, and we are now ready today to hand over to the relatives that have been identified so that we take the bodies for decent burial. Number 2, as I said, I want to appreciate the district leadership. Counseling has been taking place, spiritual support has been taking place, and the financial support, we've come along with the financial support. And that very day, we managed to give a little financial support for those 12 survivors. Each child was given 100,000 by me and the permanent secretary. And we allowed the 12 children to go home. for 12 weeks, for recovery, for support, because they were really tortured mentally, psychologically. They need physical support from their parents at home. And I believe they have gone home and they are about ready to get back to continue with their academic progress. And today, as we are handing over the bodies, we are going to give as ministry each child who lost the property, those who have survived, will be given 1 million each to replace the basic needs. Using this money, some of the personal effects have been purchased, and as you see there, my team, they have purchased. A child will get a mattress, a marking stones, a blanket, 2 pairs of bed sheets, a towel, a mosquito net, a metallic box, a jerry can, a bucket, and 2 pairs of uniform. All those items were purchased and it cost 350,000 per child. The balance of the 650,000 will be handed over today to the guardians and parents so that you go and buy other missing items like the shoes, slippers, innerwears, toothpaste, toothbrush, and other basic needs. We have contributed 750,000 towards hospital bills for the 4 children who are in critical condition at Chirudu Referral Hospital. And lastly, for those angels who are lying before us here today, we are contributing as government 5 million for each family. That is to ensure decent burial and other burial arrangement. And this money will be handed over to the relative. As I conclude, allow me on behalf of Mama Janet to appreciate the head teacher and the school, to pray for the souls of our dear angels, and will continue to strengthen the relative friends and the parents.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Nze Haji Kabogoza omusomi w'edduwa ntereza ensonga z'amaka ebyenfuna n'endwadde ezitategeerekeka. Haji Kabogoza omusomi w'edduwa nsiŋŋaanibwa Ekitigoma ku Lwejjinja. Bw'obanga otuuse Ekitigoma mu ttawuni ku siteegi osobola okuba ku nnamba z'essimu ezo z'olaba zitambula. Gwe wenna ali ewala oyinza okuyita ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa WhatsApp ku layini eyo eya MTN obudde bwonna mbeerako.